shares of both joy and strife. In 2012,
思い
Haruka
描い
set
たの
out
は
to become an
戦場
idol,
と人
a
生、
treacherous path she had to
戦
take
争
that
と
would
いう
lead
世
her
界
to
観
a
へ
final
自分
choice:
自身も没
distance
入して
herself from Kiryu
物語
permanently
にキャラクター
or
に
abandon her
命を
dream.
吹き込んでいく。
In front of thousands of fans,
大きな
Haruka
流れに
chose
翻弄
Kiryu,
され、そ
but
の
that
中で
choice was not
友情
without
や
consequence.
怒りや
When
切なさな
Kiryu
ど
returns from
人の
his
さまざま
3-year
な感情を
sentence, he
どこまで
discovers
描くこと
Haruka
が
has
でき
gone
るの
missing.
か。
Faced with tabloid scrutiny and social media bullying, Haruka did the one thing that her mother told her not to do: run away. Kiryu sets out to his old stomping ground, Kamurocho, in order to find her, but he's too late. Haruka has been in an accident, but when Kiryu reaches the hospital, he gets another shock. In the accident, Haruka had sacrificed her own well-being to save the life of another, her son, Haruto. The only thing Kiryu has to go on is a picture of Haruka taken in the sleepy port town of Onomichi, Hiroshima. And he has more questions than answers. Who is Haruto's father? Why was Haruka so far away from home? And what did she do there? Kiryu heads out to Onomichi to discover the answers. But Hiroshima is a land of contrasts. Lively, yet abandoned. Bright, yet shadowy. And in these shadows, Kiryu will discover a Yakuza organization that would kill to protect its secrets. But Kiryu is not the type of man to be intimidated.
覚悟はええか。念仏でも唱えとけ。わしもの惚れた女の前で酷にされたままじゃ。おい、なんじゃ。あまり時間がねえ。早いとこ済ませてんだがな。行くぞ。
と違うオーラがあるからね。
きるか死ぬかの怪我だ。
どういうことだ、はるか。カムロ町にいたのか。
Mike's hot! Mike's hot! All the secret stuff is stop talking about that. Alright, we once again changed the sound setup again. Hopefully everything works. You never know with us. Brian! Alright, so happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey guys. Yep. Alright. We got a great show for you today. We're gonna be Yakuza stream short a little bit to give you guys some Shining Resonance Refrain. So stick around for that. But as always, we're here to talk about all things Yakuza. My name's Sam Mullen. I'm Scott Sirkart. And we are on the localization team, and we do Yakuza stuff all day long. All day long. Literally. So thanks for guys for joining us back. Give us a shout out in the chat if everything's working. Tell us if it's not, because we need to know that too. Yep. Hopefully it should be better. I think we've put a lot of time into it this week trying to make it. Yeah, we actually came in here and like Mike tested. And yeah, we've been giving our IT guy the angry eye the whole time, but they've got it set up now, like behind us, where they can like mess around with it. Right. So anyway, audio is gold. That's what I want to hear. But someone said double chat. What's that mean? Double chat. Double chat. All right. Anyway. All right. Straight up. We just launched right into this. Yeah. What's going on here? We're in between chapters, and Nishikiyama's coming up on Matsushige. Accosting this gentleman here. Remember, is this Matsunaga? Matsushige. Matsushige. Last time he told him, he's like, "Yo, I need you to get me that 30 mil, and I need you to use any methods you want." There's that monkey's paw. Anything. I'll take anything. I'll do anything, including moving in on Kashiwagi's territory. Are you insane? Yeah. No, we don't move in on Kashiwagi. Yeah. That's it. Because Kashiwagi's like the guy who gave him the leg up, man. Yeah, right? It's bad, dude. This is a zero reference. It's true. What he's talking about literally how the city changes. Because but Nishiki's learning a lesson from this dude right now. Oh, absolutely. Right? This is an influence, right? Yep. It's like it don't matter, man. You claw your way to the top. Doesn't matter who you dick over. You get there. A little bit of poetic license on this line. I like this line. How's the volume on the game, guys? Can you hear it? Yeah, we can tweak that as well. So that the sound volumes, we try to find a good sound volume between this game and the next game, so we can cross the streams. So we'll see how it works out. Y'all hang with us. You know how we are with sound. We try. We do. It's a tough balance. Everything's balanced differently. Yeah. Making games is hard, guys. We don't even do making games. We just fix them. Oh, so now he's got to go in there. He's getting beat up by Dad's laying him down, man. So what's the relationship here? He's the Nishikiyama Gumi, Nishikiyama family. Nishikiyama is a Nishikiyama family, which is currently a subsidiary of the Kazuma family. Kazuma family? Yes. Okay. But later, because this is a flashback, so later when we get to actual what's going on in Kiwami in 2005, at that point, the Nishikiyama family is a subsidiary of the Tojo clan, right? Yes, he's gone independent. And Nishikiyama family keeps coming back, man. There's like dudes from that. Right, it goes all the way through 3. This family survives. They keep coming and like being a thorn in Kiryu's side for like the longest time. Game audio could literally be tripled. Could literally be tripled. Well, we do try to kind of talk over it. We don't really want to compete with the game audio. Right. Listen to the sound of my voice. What? Nishikiyama offering his finger. Kashiwagi being like, I don't want your shitty finger. Here we go, chapter 6. Father and child. Who's the father? Who's the child? Ah,
all these chapter names swing from the Nishikiyama scenes into the proper scenes, essentially kind of mirroring each other. So like that last scene with Kashiwagi and Nishikiyama were very like father and child, and now we're moving into this relationship that Kiryu and Haruka are developing as like father and child. So you look for that connection. I made sure that all that shit connected while still saying true to the
deep, guys.
Too deep.
They really everything. So that's the whole thing. Is like one of the great things about localizing Yakuza games.
What up, dog?
That makes it so amazing is that the substrate is just so good. Like the substrate of the quality of the original product is so good, and that's not always the case. I've definitely worked on a game in my career where it's just like, I don't know how we're gonna make this hot.
We don't always get to work on the great games, guys. It's every game that we have to get localized is not AAA.
Yeah, it's something we understand. Doing this for long enough. We understand that it's someone's like pride and joy, and everyone sits down and makes a game. No one sets out to make like a bad game, but you know, sometimes you have to just like. Sometimes, well, actually, know what it is sometimes the text isn't the focus, and it's just like there to like hold, it tied you from one part to the next. But we work with what we can.
Yeah. Getting summoned to purgatory.
This hipster guy right here.
Right.
Hipster
homeless.
Hipster homeless with that this beard.
So now we're going to start investigating. Yes. So this is the father and child this time.
Oh, that's right. That's the florist
and Dante and all that stuff's happening. This is all the father and child.
That's right. The whole chapter.
Yep.
You know what? Actually, you finally put that in perspective for me because I always wonder why we're like. It seems like such a derail.
Yeah.
In the narrative to like jump off into the whole like Date's relationship and then Saya comes in.
Right. A lot of people get kind of lost at this point. They're like, oh, you're derailing off the main story.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
Character development.
You're right. Now that you've put it in context, I understand because. I mean, it goes back to the whole themes here. You know, there's a lot of underlying themes throughout the entire series, and you know, this touches on something we're really trying to kind of make sure people are being acutely aware of for Yakuza 6 is the whole, you know, like family relationships and how far would you go? What would you actually do for family?
And whether or not that's your blood or your like in Kiryu's case, surrogate daughter. Oh, it keeps trying to pull me to Pocket Circuit. There's a man in a costume who makes funny announcements. This stuff's kind of difficult to write because if you have to kind of accommodate players who have both played Zero and have not played Zero. So, you know, Kiryu being like, why is that giving me deja vu? Like, dude, you literally won all the Pocket Circuit races in the 80s, but if you didn't play that in Zero, then there's certainly nothing we can do to, like, bridge that, so... Wait, the Walking Thugs is my favorite. Look at this guy. This is the classic bump and scam. This scam is in like every Yakuza to date.
Which one is this?
The bump and scam?
Oh,
the Walking Thugs?
You grazed my shoulder.
You owe me money. Give me money. We are a friendly, peace-loving group who means no one harm. Nah. Angry pacifists. That's one of the running themes of Yakuza in general. It's just you constantly see the updates of like what the latest scams are really. If you've been watching any of those, like people who are out there previewing 6, they probably run into some of those, the newer scams, the hey it's me scam, all that kind of stuff is all the rage now, and so the scams get updated as time goes on. Good shit. That's one of my favorite lines. These guys will be back. I love those guys.
They're back?
Oh yeah, they come back 3 times. It's like an ongoing sub-story. Oh my god, I have so much XP.
Yeah, in Japan, it's just like, make it go away. Here, money, just make the stress go away. I don't need it.
What's good? What's a good magazine to look at? I always look at Dengeki PlayStation, but I don't actually know what half these are, to be quite frank.
Oh yeah? Besatsu Kindai Mahjong.
Is this going to teach me Mahjong?
I don't know. Let's look at it. It's just a...
What the hell?
Yeah, it's just a... I guess it's got some...
Mahjong manga. I've never looked at this. That box could have not ever existed, and I would have not known. But I love that it's here.
Yeah, it's so good. These, I mean, this looks so Japanese convenience store 2000.
Absolutely realistic.
Man. Lauren apparently knows that manga.
Oh, really? Tell them about it, Lauren. Where...
That's a good question. So someone's asking if the Japanese version actually has the full magazines in it.
No.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It just,
Y5 had like full on.
Yeah, they actually had, and I remember there being a discussion. Are like, do we need to localize these? And the answer was, hell no. Hell no, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's insane.
You guys are crazy.
That would have been a.
We're already translating. That game had like some 2 million JPCs in it. No, we're not gonna get in there and get all the permissions that's required.
Oh, God.
Go to the publisher
and be like, hey, we localized this. Check it.
Yeah, can you? We may actually have to reach out to the actual artists themselves to get permission to include.
Right. Oh God.
Sorry, guys. As much as we love to attention to detail,
there's some things that just
you got. All we can do is just ask for forgiveness. We can only go so deep. We can only go so deep.
I was in the right form.
Get him.
Get him. What up, Majima?
This is just when him showing up on the street?
Random Majima. They all have like different forms of Majima that you can like track on your Majima tracker. Saw that dialogue already. It's cool.
So yeah, the magazines they basically when they I don't know the details of that depth, but we don't usually have to go through any additional hoops to get that in the game, because they just grab the stuff for that out the door. Now that's not everything in Yakuza is like that. There are some aspects of the Yakuza games that do have complicated licensing situations, like very specific. License stuff. Like we said last time, we brought this on one of our earlier streams, like the pachinko stuff in Yakuza 5. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so gnarly because pachinko is like highly regulated by the Japanese government, and those are actual like replications of actual pachinko machines with actual back ends. So the pachinko minigame in there is like a black box piece of software essentially, and every time we wanted to do something in that, like change the text or like update something, we had to go to like a third-party company and they had to do it. We had to like, it was, oh man,
even all the arcade games
complicated.
are like that. They're individual binaries inside Yakuza that we can't touch.
Taiko no Tatsujin
it
was like that in Yakuza 5 as well. That was all like run by Bandai Namco. We had to get all that approved and stuff like that. So,
yeah, it's wild when they start including that. I mean, we're like, yeah, it's great, and then we're like, oh, it's not so great.
Not so great. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Things that we have to deal with that no one will ever care about.
Yeah. Making games is hard, guys. But we do it for you, so we do it for you guys.
I demand Majima.
Oh, is this what
cheeseburger this time?
Does he come up behind you and tap you on the shoulder? He's not coming, dude.
He's not coming, is he? Damn it.
You demand Majima. Give me Majima now!
I think I'm just maybe not high enough rank.
That could be it.
All right. I guess we'll just keep going on main story.
Keep going, kill main story.
Wait a minute. Is Mesa King open yet?
We can do Mesa King.
That's important.
Mesa King is really important, actually. there's a lot of localization stuff.
There's a lot going on that.
A lot of localization stuff going on in Mesa King. A lot of stuff you guys just don't realize. Mesa King, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Yes.
Yes. I'm starting to have, like, flashbacks, dude.
Right?
I'm starting to come back. Holy crap. Yo.
What?
Is this the game that had the Purikura, the print club? Anything that we researched?
Yes.
We'll do that. We'll
do that
talk
too.
about that. We'll do that too. Okay. You got a good story for that.
Oh, we do. Yes.
You got a good story. What is this kid?
What is this kid with his Mesa King fascination?
Lab coat and pin protector.
Mesa King. Even clear you can.
Mesa King.
This was all us Battle Bug Beauties. That's like that was us giving this a little bit more context, a little framing.
Yeah. Yep.
And bugs, guys. Let me just tell you about some bugs.
Bugs. Japan and bugs.
So my first title when I walked in the door through Atlas in like 2007 was this little DS game called Drone Tactics. In Japan, it was called Kanshi Wars.
Yeah.
And we oh god, I can't even read that game's text now. Like it's just ancient, and I'd be like, oh god, I'm sorry.
Hey, but, we all go through it, man. We all
no, but I have a sealed copy of that game on my desk. Like, remember your roots. This is where you come from. No, so okay, yeah. So that game, like, there was so much bugs research that went into that game between me and the translator, this dude named Ted, and I don't know why. But the bug thing has followed me through my career because Japan has this fascination with bugs.
They do.
I worked on another little 3DS title called Bugs vs. Tanks. And then I came here and I'm working on Kiwami and I'm like, bugs.
They're back.
They're back.
The bugs are back.
And Japan's like bugs is insane. There's like this thing took us so long because there are like.
Well, you know what it is? It's like when we were kids, it was like dinosaurs. Like when I was like in kindergarten, man, I could name any dinosaur out there. You throw a picture up, I'm like, that's a that. That's a that. Even like the really crazy ones that no one knows. Like I knew all of them. But in Japan, they don't have dinosaurs.
Yeah, Bugs vs. Tanks. You can look that up. It's an Inafune game. But anyway, yeah. So they have names for bugs that we don't even have. There's literally no English equivalent to like the variety of what's the word? Cicada?
Oh yeah, the semi. Semi. There's all these different kinds of semi.
Right. Because that's the noise they make. That's the noise they make. It's based on the semi.
No. They say G or me.
Yeah, the
they have all kinds of. They have me. Okay.
Yeah, and there's like a million of those. And I was like, I don't even know what to do with this. And I was talking to the translator, and she's like, I hate bugs, and I have to research all these bugs. And I was like, I'm sorry, but you got to get me the names of these bugs, man. I can't look this up on Japanese wiki.
Because there's so many of them. And it's crazy, because sometimes if you look up a bug, like you'll look up a very specific bug in Japanese, and then you'll like go to Wikipedia and like do the switch to the other language, and it will give you like a completely unhelpful like English equivalent, like a very specific species name in Japanese. When you switch to English, it'll be like, this is a family of whatevers, and you're just like, I don't know what I want to know what this particular kind of bug is called in English. And it's like, well, we have like a species name, but we don't have like a name, like a common name for it. So
see, note this as I would just want to point this out, that on the back screen you can see that the Mesa King logo is in Japanese because you're in Japan.
You're in Japanese
Japan.
World. Yeah. Japanese.
My first deck.
Face Smasher.
As a TCG player, this was really cool to work on too, because I had another TCG guy working on this too, and he's like, I want to work on Mesa King. I was like, okay, man, you can take those.
And this is a real game, guys. This thing was like, the reason this is in here is that back in 2005, this thing was like the cocaine of kids games in 2005.
Yeah, except it's not called Mesa King. It's called
Mushi King.
Right.
Mushi meaning bug in Japanese. So it's Bug Kings, Bug Battle Royale, whatever. But
what's a kanshu if a mushi is a bug?
It's like the difference between bug and insect.
Oh,
like
okay.
There's the same thing,
right.
Different word.
Got it.
Yeah, mushi is a bug, and kanshu is insect, essentially.
No, I don't. I'm done with bugs, guys. I've said that 3 times, and they come back.
I will find a bug game.
Don't you dare.
I will find a bug game. Sega, if you're listening, Sega Japan, make a bug game. This guy's your producer.
No!
Bug expert.
I am a bug expert officially, yes.
We'll make it happen.
All right, I want to play some.
I'll talk to some people. Make sure.
No, please don't. Yes, let's do a practice match, kid. 100 yen. 100 yen for days.
So the way this game works in Japan is similar. It's like you get these like cards.
Right. See the little card slider on the machine?
And then you slide you collect these cards and you trade cards and you slide the cards in the machine. And then another kid slides a card in his machine and you guys fight. And that way you take the cards home with you outside the arcade.
English logo. All of a sudden you've come into the game and the logo's in English because now you're in an English world.
Yeah, because now you're in like Kiryu's head.
Right.
And Kiryu understands what's going on.
Right. And we went back through this because we had to base this off of like we did research on actual Mushiking and found out that like it had tested in an arcade.
Yeah, there was like a location test on the West Coast and some specific
and it just didn't take off here because no kids aren't into. You know what happened to the arcade scene here, but like. You know, there were localized terms for this game that existed, and we went back and actually changed some things after we found that because we're like, oh man,
because we were like worried. There's like because we do think these things too. We're like, what if there's like some people out there who are like, I played this game back in 2007, and that's not what the cards look like, or that's not the right word for it, and people start tweeting at us about that, and be like, hey guys, I've got an actual print of this card, and yours is slightly different. So we're like. So we actually put the work in to like make sure we were doing it right.
Yep.
I don't think we
even explained what the systems mean, the compatibility stuff, because that's that Japanese compatibility that everyone had a problem with in Zero. We were like, okay, we've got to make sure we got that.
So it's on there.
Yep.
It's on there. So how does this work? So you got these little circles at the bottom of the card. That's like significant, right? Is that what we're looking at, or is that just something in the card?
Yeah, the card. Okay, so the insect that I'm using is the Japanese rhino beetle here. And their cards have various compatibility with that insect. Okay. So that's going to be how effective that particular card is in battle.
And you have to pick one card for
rock, paper, and scissors.
Rock. In Japanese, it's rock, scissors, paper, though. That's why it's in that order.
Is it?
Yeah, gu, choki, pa.
Oh.
That's how you say rock, paper, scissors.
Well, everyone's wrong.
Gu, choki, pa.
Yeah, but health, striking, grappling, throwing, those were all official terms that got used, and we actually had those. I think we had like one of these was different, and we changed it. I don't remember what it was. Let's go! Let's go! He told me a specific order to win this. I forgot what it was. Did anyone catch that?
This minigame is insane,
This is peak Yakuza. This is like, what is going on? There are girls dressed up as bugs. She's wearing a freaking rhino beetle helmet. This is amazing. Yep. Here we go.
Someone wants to know how much time they can spend in the Yakuza 6 baseball game. Like if they win a dump to pour some time into it.
Oh, well, like the home run contest is like just like a thing you can do and really kind of get into that on the batting cages. But the Yakuza, there's like a whole baseball simulation with like 6 sub-stories deep into it. You guys, what did he tell me to do first? Was it rock?
It's paper. Paper's flashing.
Paper's my flashing one.
So that's beating rock.
Okay, yes. Let's use the finishing attack. It works.
Perfect.
We made this specifically like we used very kid-style language.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
There's like different
which is such a like a it's such a contrast.
Yeah, it is.
It's like chocolate and wasabi.
And for the move names, I actually watched a lot of these just to see what they kind of did, because like they didn't necessarily translate into moves that made a bunch of sense.
Right.
And the freaking proverbs.
Yeah. So when we first brought this game in, and I'm like thumbing through this title, trying because one of the things I helped Scott with is I try to thumb through these games and try to identify like, well, that's going to be hard. And I got to this part, and there are these in Japanese there are these like proverbs that are like no, they're like bug related idioms. You know,
yeah, like puns at that.
Yeah. They're like, things like, 2 birds, 1 stone, but it's a bug version or whatever, and so we're like, oh my god,
they literally don't translate. They're untranslatable.
And so because we don't have the equivalent bug, like even if you, because you know how idioms are, like even if you say the idiom as is, like you have to interpret it. There was actually a Reddit post this morning about that, or like, hey guys, what are some things that you can say in your language that don't have a direct translation? And
what is a kestrel? I'm so glad someone asked that. A kestrel is very much the relative of a falcon. Put those two together. See where I went with that.
People digging it out. All right. So yeah, that was There's so in the Japanese version, all those little proverbs are in Japanese. They're all like bug proverbs that exist in the Japanese language, and they're supposed to be like inspirational to kids. You know, it's like you know, the early bird gets the worm, but it's not the bird. It's,
right.
It's whatever. There is a, you know, a bug related equivalent of that or something.
Yeah. So basically, I ended up having to rewrite half those bug proverbs from scratch. Just make up some bug ass proverbs. I used the ones we could, and I had to make up new ones for the ones we didn't. But I kept the tone of the narration. That narrator guy, like the guy who's actually the persona of the person writing the bug proverbs, is this like guy who's trying to give strong advice to kids, but it's almost a little bit bitter. There's like this bitter like adult tone to him where he's like, kids don't know how hard it is to be an adult, like kind of stuff to him. So like some of that comes through in the proverbs, which is really just fun.
Japan's really hard on their kids, man. They're really hard on. They're like it's like brutal reality with those kids.
Definitely. All right, we wanted to go to the yes.
Like one of the things, like recently, one of the things that's like kind of been talked about in circles, especially during February 2nd. In Japanese culture, is this thing called setsubun, and they do this thing where these oni come into a room, and the kids are supposed to pelt the oni with like little edamame beans or whatever to chase them off, and it's supposed to be like bad stuff out, good stuff in.
Is this like a yokai thing?
It's it's just a traditional kind of thing, but kind of yokai-ish. But you basically onis come in, and the thing is that the way it's supposed to work though is like they put on these like oni masks, and we're not talking about like 8-9-year-old kids. We're talking like 2-3-year-old kids, and these adults will come in and be like running after these like little kids, and some of the like the big strong kids are like, man, F you, Oni, get out, and they're like but some of the little kids are like, I'm gonna die, and they scare the crap out of these little children, and that's just like their version of like, man the F up, man. And that's just how it is.
Get ready for a
Japan is really kind of like, you've got no time for like people who can't deal with that. Grow up. Let's go. Stuff to be done.
How will the English Yakuza 6 demo be like? We can tell you that. It's coming out in like 4 days. It's almost there.
I think we were actually going to play it. We'll
play it on stream, but after you guys have gotten a chance to go through it, we'll go talk about the localization of it, because we're going to talk over it. No sense watching us do it.
I don't want to watch us. If you haven't played it, play it yourself. Yeah. It's like homework. It's like, do the homework, go watch it ahead of time, come with some questions about it, and we'll do it.
One of the most, I think, screenshotted lines of Yakuza Kiwami.
What is going on there?
This is a sub-story that just popped. This guy's looking for a bunchan for his daughter.
Oh.
This was actually one of the buggier sub-stories too, because there were so many different varieties of Kiryu having the animal or not having the animal. And I had to go back and fix so much of this damn sub-story. I saw a lot of this guy.
Kuwana's ladybug.
See? I don't know what that is.
What the hell is a Kuwana's?
I don't know.
Who's Kuwana?
It's some dude who named a ladybug species, as I recall. Because we looked into all of this.
Come on, Kuwana. That's not cool. Put your own name in it? Really? Who does that?
No, I'm not talking to you, man. I'm just trying to take some pre-curve.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So what?
Look. Yes.
Okay. So what was the launch point for this thing? We got some like graphic text assets.
Right. And so we graphic text assets, and they were I don't know that this was even in there, but we identified this as being like, we kind of want to because when you go into this, I think in Y5 we didn't change it.
No, because it was like just not really that.
Right.
There were no eyes on it at the time.
Right.
Oh, no, it's more complicated than that.
Oh, really?
So when this came out,
here it is.
Wait, I'm having a hard time remembering this, but Print Club is an Atlas thing.
Yeah, which is crazy, right?
So Print Club, one of the money makers for Atlas back in this time period, was they kind of like were leading a charge in like the late 90s on the Print Club thing, like these like photo booths. You guys know what we're talking about, and they're like the highest tech photo anything in the world now. But back in the day, this was an Atlas thing. But since SEGA acquired Atlas, they got a lot more freedom on how to like use these assets or whatever. Because in Yakuza 5 it wasn't Print Club, it was Print Circle.
Right, it had changed. The whole brand had changed, and we went back to the 2000s
because the thing was is SEGA wanted to do the print stuff, but they couldn't use Print Club because they didn't own the rights.
Right, because it was an Atlas thing.
Because an Atlas thing.
And
but now
SEGA bought Atlas,
so they can be like, well, now we don't have to fake it anymore.
Right. So this Print Club thing was funny for me because I actually worked at a game store and we had one of these in the store.
An English one.
An English one, yeah, which is super rare now. Like, it broke and we stopped using it or whatever back in the day when that store closed down. But like, yeah, it was. And then I came into this and I'm like, oh, I know exactly what that logo looks like. I used to have one. And I'm like, and I was like, wait. What do you mean you used to have one? And he's like, I had the English one. I'm like, there's an English Print Club? Like, that exists? And I kind of didn't. I want to say I didn't believe him, but I kind of didn't really believe him. I mean, obviously he had one. Yeah, I couldn't pull pictures.
So then we actually, I'm like, okay, let's make this legit. And we like got on like eBay and found
the manual,
an instruction manual for an original English Print Club machine. And why are we doing this? We're like, because the logo is in Japanese in the Japanese version, and we're like, well, if there's an English version of this logo, we should get that. We should put that in the game.
The English logo in, and yeah, Japan was all on board. They're like, okay, go for it, man.
Yeah, but they're like, we don't have an English asset, so what are you going to do? So we got on eBay and we bought an English manual. It's probably like on my desk.
Yeah, it might be in my desk now.
It might be on your desk, but we got this, but it was black and white. The logo was there, the design was there, but it was black and white. And so we didn't. So what we did is we handed the thing over to our designer, our in-house designer, and we're like, this is the Japanese logo and the coloring, and this is the English logo. Can you like pineapple pin this shit and give us a color logo of this English thing? And they did, and we gave it to Japan, and that's why you now have an English color Print Club logo and Yakuza Kiwami.
Yep. Which is,
and no one probably
cares.
No one cares.
Nobody cares. That's okay.
No one cares.
This is the touches
we just do
like
this.
to do.
We do it because it makes us.
So all these lines in the text stuff were literally recycled from Zero. All the same stuff, but because we had given them like this like kind of 80s touch for Zero, we had to go back and actually make these a little bit more Kiryu-esque for 2005. We darkened them up a little bit instead of like stuff like the narcs. I think they were talking about the narcs in one line. We're like, that's not going to fly in 2005. No, is there a bottle right here? Oh, it's an oven. That'll work too. Oh no, I didn't get heat though. Let's go break first. I wanted to... It's okay. You know how it is when you want to do a specific heat action and you can't? It's the worst.
Recalling that whole Print Club thing like literally made my Friday.
The things we go through for this.
Oh man, that just makes me feel so good. I'm glad we did that. We did that just so we could talk about it on stream.
Yep, absolutely.
That was fun.
I didn't even know it was on stream.
Fun.
Give me the heat. Give me the heat. I want the bottle.
You got a tonic on him.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Did that bottle just get bigger?
Maybe.
It's a sake bottle, man. Killing dudes.
The slightly battered dagger. Alright, we're going to purgatory, that's right. Oh no, sub-story. Oh no, the price of an F cup! Oh god.
Oh, we got this.
This was a fully voiced sub-story in the original Yakuza. There were very few of these, but they kept the voice from all that stuff, which was great.
It's kind of a high because the production value in general is like it's got all these like wild camera cuts and all that.
Yeah,
stuff, so they put a lot of work into it.
I think when I first played this, I fell for it too. I was like, oh, I didn't take Yakuza for what it was. I was like, oh, this lady seems fine.
Yeah, I took. I think I was like maybe too drunk. I think I took a drink and then I was like, I'm good, and she was like, kind of got a little aggressive on me. I'm like, all right, I see where this is going. I mean, look at that outfit. Like right? In a video game,
yeah, come on.
There's some assets, some 2D, some 3D assets going on in this model that's suspicious.
Suspicious assets. That's how we look at things. Like, those are suspicious assets.
These are suspicious assets. How much was the manual? The manual is probably like, I don't know, it wasn't much.
Yeah, it was
paid
like $20.
Like it was like that. Yeah, it's just junk. It's somebody's junk.
We expensed it.
We expensed it.
Yeah, he absolutely refers to it at one point in Kiwami. That everything is a scam, and that's what we've been talking about this whole time. Is just that the difference between Zero and Kiwami and how the city has changed, and that it's become this solidified red light district with nothing but scams and dark history. She does this terrible thing where she talks about herself in third person. We mitigated that a little bit in English because that's just not attractive. That's not like something that like an English speaker would be like, yeah, I'm into that.
He refers to himself in third person.
All right, I'll refuse the drink. Make Kiryu a smart guy.
Kiryu ain't buying this.
Nah.
He ain't buying this.
You'll get burned if you fall for me. This line comes back in a million different Yakuzas. I don't know why the devs thought, like, decided that this was like funny. It's just like hilarious to them because this is Kiryu's now standard like, you'll only get burned if you fall for me line. Like he says this in like everything now, and that's totally in 6 too. It's like a literal one of the hostess conversation cards. Is like you'll get burned if you fall for me.
It's good. It's good. He's consistent.
Yeah. He thinks, and Kiryu at that point, like I won't spoil it. Just this it's part of the Kiryu's own character development. How he's kind of come full circle to understand what you only get burned if you fall for me means.
It was just really sad because he keeps telling that, but then there's the girl in Yakuza 5, and it's just like I'm sure he's just being like, tell him, and I tell him, and then this happens.
But Kiryu's wise to the girl in 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a thing there.
There's a thing there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so even we kept it at a couple places too. I don't feel like drinking. Which is not a very Kiryu-esque thing to be. Kiryu always feels like drinking.
And this bartender, man, looking like trouble.
Yeah, could we get Kevin Conroy to do English Kiryu, you think? That would be amazing. Perfect. Yeah, hashtag suspicious assets. Uh-oh.
Getting aggro.
This master thing always gets tripped us up too. That's a thing. It's just what they call bartenders. Bartenders is master.
Yep.
And that doesn't work for us, so we do localize it.
Yeah. If every time you hear master, it just means bartender. It's a weird Japanese word for bartender.
wise to you. Soda.
Yeah, the it's like the equivalent to Master is the male equivalent, and then Mama is like the kind of sort of the female equivalent. Not, I mean, loosely speaking.
For some reason, we kept Mama, but not Master.
Yeah, but I mean, what would you? I don't know. It kind of works though.
Yeah,
I think it works. I think that's a little bit more like.
It's a little more endearing, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, this floor is just made for Beast style. Chairs everywhere. Auto picking them up. That's how you do it.
Oh, that was
a good move.
That's a good finisher. I don't know if I've ever. How did you do that move? I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. Yakuza, just the game that keeps on giving, man.
You're not supposed to call barkeeps in America Mama. No, I wouldn't suggest that. I do regret not being able to put commas in those.
Yeah, yeah. So in Japanese, in lieu of commas, they just in Japanese they have like characters that kind of represent various what do you call orders of magnitude. So there's like in Japanese there's characters for 10. No,
there is a fan. They can hear the fan.
Yeah, you can guys hear the fan. There's a character for 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100 million. And then they sort of delineate that. Instead, we use commas in English, in most like Romance languages. But yeah, in Japanese and Chinese, they use Chinese characters.
Trophy name, you'll only get burned. Okay, we were going to the main story, I believe. What time is it? We gotta make sure we're on time.
We got 15.
Okay, 15 minutes. Oh no!
You just can't. That's just what it is. You get to
this
point.
It's just what it is.
You get to this point in the game, and it's just.
This is an amazing sub-story too. This one features real-life official Olympian Shinichi Shinohara.
Did you guys see that?
Which is like, I mean,
the crazy thing is like the model in the game. You kind of like, whoa, that's a crazy looking man. But you look him up in real life, and he's a crazy looking man.
He is a crazy looking dude. Not a dude I'd screw with.
No,
big guy.
Big guy. So I guess I think they got him in. They did the face scan. I think he recorded his own lines.
Yep. Which is cool. I mean, like that's not. But at the same time, like he was a big marketing point for them in Japan. And this is what the problem is for us because we're like, we have Shinichi Shinohara, and you guys are like, who? I mean, imagine if it was like if we got Michael Phelps, for instance, and we'd be like, we got Michael Phelps, the Olympian American swimmer. People would be like, oh, I know who that is. Different worlds, Yeah.
He's not. If anyone's confused, he hasn't shown up yet. He hasn't shown up. He's shown up at the end of the.
Sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
You're jumping the gun here. So.
Get up. Or let me kick you while you're down.
Or pick him up and punch him in the face.
Yes, Tatsuya, the chef. Real life chef.
Yeah, that was a real person. This is all full voice too, huh?
Yep. Slim woman's voice is insane. I don't know how she goes that high. Whoops, I kicked ass and didn't know who it was. Like Kiryu does.
Kick ass, ask questions later.
Most of the time,
the cops will clean it up. I don't care.
Here he comes.
He's like, raw! Rex.
Some judo moves.
Put him in the water and everything.
Oh, look at that. Look at that hold.
That's pretty good. I wonder who they got to do the motions for that.
Probably him.
Probably this guy, yeah.
Man with big head, the hero we need, not the one we deserve.
Is that what it said in Japanese?
What?
Man with
yeah. I wouldn't have put that. I wouldn't have insulted a national Olympian.
Atama ga dekai otoko or something like that, I guess.
What a cluster. Yes, that action was very Kiwami. You can see yourself out, that's fine.
So the way this sub-story plays out is that this guy is like, he's like, I'm new to town, Kiryu, can you show me around? And you have to take him to all these like places. And
take him to Kanrai, you take him to Cabaret Club, and then find the real heart of where he wants to be, the Coliseum.
And you fight him, right?
Oh yeah, he joins. He starts appearing as a random NPC in the Coliseum at that point. And he's hard. He doesn't go down fast.
Does he have a moveset that mimics somebody else, or does he have his own moveset?
Pretty sure it's his own like mocap moveset. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Look at him telling Kiryu, man the F up. Kiryu's like, no, come on.
This guy with the big head. Oh man. Yes.
Will we continue the streams after the release of 6? We'll try. I mean, eventually we're going to run out of content, guys.
Yeah, I mean...
We're going as fast as we can, but or as slow as we can, I guess. But
there's always going to be stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
We'll you know, I think...
do you want us to?
Yeah, tell us what you guys think. I mean, ultimately, you know, just to give you guys, you know, a peek behind the curtains, is like, we'd like to kind of start... We want you guys to be able to tune in on Friday at this time slot and get a taste of what we're working on over here, whether that's Yakuza, whatever else is going on. So yeah, I mean, we want to hear what you guys want to see. And like we said, this week we're going to show off another game, something different for a change.
Shining Refrain happening in 7 minutes.
In like 7 minutes. So you guys, you know, you treat those guys well. They'll answer your questions. They know a lot about that
Elwood
game.
is one of our QA leads. Melissa is one of the new marketing hires. She's been awesome.
Yep. So yeah, you know, wrap with those guys, and you know they'll answer all your questions. And
there's a whole office of people doing stuff out there. It's not just me and Sam. This is not a two-man show.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of people. So we want to let you guys know, kind of, let us know we're over here making games for you guys, and let us know what we're doing. Oh, you know what we should do?
Pay the bills?
We gotta pay the bills. We gotta pay the bills.
Oh no!
So let's do the quick. We'll do the quick rundown. All right. So as you guys know, you know, we have our limited edition that's going on. Oh, that's not right. That's not the right thing.
What is that?
That's a. God, they've got everything all over the place. Too many things. There we go.
There it is.
There's the launch edition for Yakuza 6 coming up. If you guys haven't got it, please go get the game. The art book, beautiful art book, 20 works of art. It's all made by you, the fans, and it's what is it? $3.99. It's free 99. You buy the game, you get the game wrapped in art. I can't really express how much awesome that is. And also, we also have our art show coming up. We are not Elwood and Melissa. That's who's coming up. So we'll fix that later. But basically, there's gonna be an art show.
I'm Melissa now.
March 19th. This is what we do when we don't test our things correct. I think this is my fault actually. And it's on March 19th. Come check it out. Daisuke Sato is going to be there, the general producer of Yakuza series. We have Horitomo, the guy who did all the tattoo work. He will be there. We're gonna have some.
We've seen the art. The art's coming in from Japan, like fresh from Japan. It's in the house. It's like the originals of the tattoos.
It's the original today. You can see the
laminated. They came in these nice tins.
Yeah, these you can see like the colored pencil in on the thing, everything. Come check it out, guys. Come to the art show. Lauren will post the links for that. You'll be able to buy T-shirts. You'll be able to get early copies of the art books. Get them signed on the spot if you pre-order the game at the event. And the first 200 people there will be able to receive these Unamichio pins. So, yeah, come join us. March 19th. It's like East LA. So we'll be there. Devs will be there.
It's gonna be a good time.
Horitomo-san is gonna be there.
I believe we also have a special announcement planned.
There's a special announcement planned. And we might stream it, but it kind of depends on on the
still working on that.
The technical issues. So I'll take my phone and stream it on Twitter if I have to. But.
Man, there's 4 minutes. I don't know what I can do in 4 minutes besides level. I don't want to spend it leveling up. What can we do?
What can we do?
Is that a fight? Can I just get into a fight real quick? Should we give it to the Shining guys after this?
Yes, that's right, guys. Special announcement. There will be
an announcement of sorts. We'll try not to let you down with what that is.
Yeah. There's actually development. I think they have an announcement, something that they want to talk about as well.
Oh.
So I think Sato-san's going to come in and want to kind of announce something low key. So yeah, you guys should show up.
It should show up. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a fun time. Going to be things happening. This is not just a throwaway event, that's for sure.
No.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to get ready to wrap here.
Yep. All right, so thanks for joining us. So we're not going anywhere. Y'all stay tight. What we're going to do here is we're going to change formats, and hopefully when we get back in, we'll have changed into different people.
They won't be Scott and Sam.
They won't be Scott and Sam.
They'll be Elwood and Melissa. Give them a warm welcome, please.
All right. So thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you. Oh, are we going to be on next week? Someone will be on next week.
Someone will be on next week.
I'm actually in Japan next week, so I won't be on the stream. And you're working on some
super secret shit. Don't even talk about it.
Super secret shit. So, but we will have something out for you guys to join us next week. And stay tuned. Stay tight. We're going to bring some Shining stuff on real tight here.
You want us in the chat? Should we go in the chat? I guess
we'll go hop in chat and wrap it, you guys. All right? Stand by.
Cool.
生きるか死ぬかの怪我だ。どういうことだ？はるか、カムロ町にいたのか。またこの町に帰ってきちまったか。けどこの話にはまだ続きがある。なんだと？事故に遭った時、車が突っ込んでくるのを見たはるかが、自分のことはお構いなしに体を張って守ったものがある。
Hello, mic check. Can you guys hear us? Alright, and...
Keep talking.
Hello, how are you guys doing over there? Can you hear us?
How's the sound?
How's it sound?
Hi.
Good, good, good. Okay. Well, hi and welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Just to get it out there in the open, this is me and Elwood's first time doing, live stream for all of y'all. So please be kind, please be gentle.
Please be patient.
Please be patient as we get adjusted to everything. So we're just really excited to be here. We're so happy that you guys are here. So yeah, please just keep the questions coming. We're so happy to finally be able to talk about this title, and we love it, and we hope you guys do too. So anyway.
Yeah, currently we're in the city of Marga, which is the main hub of the game. We're just going to walk around a little bit, talk to a few NPCs, and maybe pick up a quest or two. So right now I'm currently assuming the role of Yuma, who is the main protagonist of the game.
And he's got the soul of the Shining Dragon within him, so it gives him a lot of powerful attacks. when needed. He just has to like tap his little locket, and I try to do a quick closet cosplay for y'all with my choker today, so I could get in the spirit of Yuma's dragon powers. Okay, so who are we talking to here?
So we're talking to this lady. Farmer lady. Stop moving around, eat some vegetables, and get energized.
Gotta eat your veggies.
So as you can see, while there are houses around town, you can't necessarily go in, but all the people are outside, so you can talk to them if you'd like. Here we've got Lyle, who's the tuner. Basically, he's the one who will tune your weapons.
Yeah, the harmonics.
The harmonics.
So basically, your weapons in battle are also instruments, and you can perform a band sequence. You play your instruments together in harmony, and you can kind of unlock buffs and debuffs on your enemy. So those are always really nice. So I just love the fact that they have an actual tuner to tune your instruments slash weapons.
Yeah, if you notice, there are different effects for each weapon type. So this is where you can change the weapons basically and strengthen them as well, and add elemental attacks if you'd like.
You can tune everybody's weapons just by switching.
You can scroll through using the L1 or R1 buttons.
Oh yes, and just to recap for you guys, Melissa, me, I am the product marketing manager on this title, and then Elwood is the QA lead on this title.
Yes. Yeah, we're currently working hard on the game to make sure it's 100% for you guys.
Working hard every day. So there's a question here. Can you jump in this game?
You cannot jump.
Okay.
You can dash.
Oh yeah, the slide.
Yeah. Yeah, if you hold the X button, you can run a little faster. But aside from that, no jumping. There won't be any platforming in the game whatsoever. Just running around, basically. So I'll tap to this lady right here and pick up a quest.
Okay, cool. Gossipy lady. On a scale of 10, how anime is this game? 10.
It's a 10.
It's definitely a 10.
It pretty much ticks all the boxes with regards to anime.
That's right. It's got your waifus, it's got dragons, it's got character classes, you name it.
Yeah, so if you notice, I picked up a quest. It's called The Gang of Three. And
okay. The hybrid beast, the Manticore, the earth dragon, Osgrim, the red-winged flare dragon. Those three make up the wilderness gang. Before the dragons, it was a gang of one. Okay, so we're gonna take them down.
We're gonna take all three down, and currently the quest objective is to defeat the Manticore, so we'll go out there after we supply.
Yes.
Get some supplies, and then we'll head out of town.
Do you need something?
Okay, who is best girl?
It's
really tough for me because I love Kirika's design. She's just so beautiful and elegant. But I think Sonia has a very special place in my heart. Like, she's kind of my aesthetic. I also do some cosplay on the side. So if I were to pick one to cosplay, I think like the brunettes is just kind of like my go-to. So Sonia, I love her. And then I think thirdly, Rina is also, she's just so adorable.
She's really cute. And she also has her mascot friend, Fromage.
Yes,
who,
Fromage.
During battle, will send messages out to you. He's basically the battle navvy.
Right.
So he'll pop up on the top right of the screen and send you tips to help you out in the battle.
He's an adorable penguin.
Yes. So I just bought some items, and we're going to head out of town and do this quest.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Oh yeah, so talking a little bit more about these character designs, so we could just like do a nice pan around them.
Yes.
They are gorgeous.
Yeah, the artist is Tony Taka, who's done other Shining games in the past. So it's very stylized, and I really love the artwork in the game.
Yeah, I think his style is really distinct. I know I always loved the style of the games. I hadn't really known that much about the Shining series prior to really diving into Resonance, but I love the designs of Shining Wind. I saw a bunch of cosplays back in the day when it first came out, so you know, let us know in the comments if there are any cosplayers out there.
Yeah, I'd love to see people cosplay as these characters.
Yeah, the designs are really, really beautiful.
So we currently got attacked by some mobs, so we're fighting them right now. As you can see, from mobs just pop up on the top right of the screen. Here.
Oh yeah, so I don't know if you guys can hear the game audio, but this is in English right now.
Yes. And we can also switch it to Japanese on the fly whenever we'd like.
Yeah, it's really cool. You know, I know sometimes it's really clunky. You have to, you know, save your game, quit out of the game, and then like change. But with this title, you can just do it right in the menu. You don't have to like quit out of anything.
Yeah, so you can just bring up the menu, go into the options settings, and switch it to
Japanese right there.
Right there.
So whatever your preference.
Japanese, English.
Here's an interesting question. Does the story have branching parts from Phil?
It's a pretty linear game, so there are side quests that you can do throughout the course of the game, but for the most part, the story's in the linear path.
Got it. I think the differences in ending would be, like, I guess your romance picks?
Correct. That would be the only difference. You can pretty much pick your waifu.
Yes.
As you were. And then you can get their ending.
Yeah. I've had to look at some of the endings just to see the possibilities.
Yeah, they're really sweet. So I would suggest trying everyone out and seeing all their different endings.
Romance everyone.
And I mean everyone.
Yeah. I don't think you get punished for romancing everyone, right?
No. There isn't an event where they suddenly confront you or anything.
Right. There's a few good questions, so I think I'm doing a little bit of backlog here. Okay, are the battles here real-time or turn-based? Can you dodge attacks?
It's real-time, and you can also dodge by pressing the square button.
Okay, cool.
Such.
And we are playing on PS4, by the way, in case anyone was wondering.
We're currently on the PS4 version of the game.
That's right. What are the main differences between this and the PS3 version?
Well, essentially, this is the Refrain version, so all the DLC that was added to the PS3 version are already included in this game.
Right.
And there are two different modes. There's original mode and Refrain mode. So you can play the game as it was originally released for the PS3 as original mode or Refrain mode, which will actually have all the DLC incorporated in there.
Yeah. And I would say that if it's your first time playing through, I know there are some fans out there who have already, you know, gotten the imported version of PS3 original. And basically, if you've already played through that, you might as well just try Refrain. But, you know, if it's their first time, just do original.
Yeah, I definitely recommend playing the original mode first. Since...
Okay, let's see more questions. Oh, this is a great one. Do you have to play as the main character, or can you switch characters in combat?
You can actually switch characters in combat, but it has to be the four that are actually in combat once you go into it.
Once you engage with the enemy.
Yeah, so you can bring up the options menu, select party, and you can choose between different characters. So currently I had Yuma, and now I have Kurika as the main leader. So now I'm using her, and you can use her long-range attacks, which is her specialty. Personally, I like to play as Kurika, since she has long-range attacks, so you can attack from far away.
The range is super helpful.
Yes, definitely. So you don't have to go in and attack the enemy.
And who's our healer in our party?
Currently it's Rina and also Kurika.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Kurika does support buffs and heals.
Okay, more questions. Oh, about how long is the game? The campaign. I guess the original campaign.
I would say about 45, 50 hours.
Okay, I think I can answer this one too. Are there benefits to New Game Plus, or I guess Refrain mode? So there are a ton of benefits. I think I'll just talk a little bit more about the DLC that's included. So there are a bunch of like costumes, just cosmetic changes that you could put to your characters. There are sexy costumes in there, so that's fun too. everybody's so gorgeous, so I mean, why not? So yeah, what else, Elwood?
There are actually 2 other playable characters.
Oh, of course,
yes.
yeah.
And these characters are only available in refrain mode.
That's Excella and Genus.
Yes.
I think in Japan, Excella was like the most popular character. I can see why. She's
a great character.
Yeah.
And I love her design as well.
She's kind of dark and mysterious, and you know, I feel like she's kind of conflicted too. Because she's actually fights for the Empire, who Yuma and his friends are kind of fighting against.
Right.
So she's kind of the antagonist.
Yeah, and at times you don't really know where allegiances lie, so it's kind of interesting where her story leads you into.
Yeah, definitely. And then Genus, let's see, does he antagonize Yuma too? He's kind of challenged. Well, he's a dragon slayer, so.
I would say he's kind of your rival in a way. He has his own agenda, which is kind of mysterious. So you just have to play the game to find out.
Okay, let's see.
So if you notice, we were here at the Claval Crags at the moment, and there's a sandstorm brewing. So over the course of the game, the weather will change, and that'll affect the enemies as well as the items that you can gather. So you can get specific items from gather points during specific weather times.
Very cool. I love that it has the weather effects because it keeps the environments dynamic.
Right.
Oh yes, so there actually will be a demo coming out. I think we just have to check with the production team, just figure out when exactly that's going to be coming out. So please stay tuned for more news about that. Do you think, another question here from Alex, will this game be grind heavy?
There'll definitely be times where you'll have to grind a bit. But you can change the difficulty setting. There are 2 difficulty settings, there's casual and normal. So whichever suits you best. But if you do a lot of the side quests and such, you should be within the levels of where you need to be in the game. So I believe we found the Manticore, which is one of the enemies we were supposed to fight for the Gang of 3 side quests. So.
Oh yeah, before we fight him, oops. Okay, we can just run away. Oh no! He's coming!
He's coming!
Okay. Scatter. I was gonna say, like, the different abilities or the elementals. I wanted to get into that a little bit before we engage with him. And then also just show like how we can switch to some of the other characters.
Yeah, there are also characters in the reserve that you can switch into.
There's my bae, Sonia.
This is Sonia. I know she's a lot of people's favorite.
Okay, and so Yuma, he's like mostly physical attacks.
He's good physical attacks, and he does wide range attacks, so he can hit multiple enemies with a sword at the same time. Karika is more your support healer, and she does long range attacks with her bow. Agnum does high damage with physical and magic attacks. He specializes in fire damage.
I have to say, I adore Agnum. I did try one of the night events with Agnum, and I just was like, how can you not love him? Yeah. He's like the broest bro.
He's definitely the broiest.
Yeah, he's very, very cool. Oh, and it doesn't hurt that he actually, his harmonic is an electric guitar.
It's an electric guitar.
So he just like...
If you notice, a lot of the characters, well, all the characters have weapons that are symbolized by different musical instruments. So the game has a musical theme going throughout it, so it definitely adds to that whole musical aspect.
Yes.
So let's try and attack this guy.
Yeah, let's do it.
He's a level 50 enemy, so it might be a little tricky. So Yuma has a special ability where he can transform into the Shining Dragon. So we'll try that now.
Okay, yeah, let's let him have it.
So it goes into his little cutscene.
It gets me so hype every time.
It's really awesome. So while you're transformed as the Shining Dragon, all MP usage from the other party members are decreased. So essentially, everybody is like at a higher level.
They get a little bit more of a buff with the dragon out on the field.
He's definitely stronger too. We just have to watch out that his MP doesn't go down to 0 level.
Oh, gotcha.
He'll transform back to Yuma.
Oh, right. It's draining as long as you're...
Yeah, you can see the little meter below.
Oh, thanks for the heals, everyone. Good, good.
Alright, switching back to Nemo really shortly.
Oh yeah, I want to. There's a question from JSD VGZ. Do you have access to DLC costumes in the original mode or in refrain mode? So like the costumes, for example, can you get those in original mode too, or do you have to play in refrain?
Those are available in original mode as well.
Okay, gotcha. Actually, is Segata Sanshiro a playable character? This is from Kyoko Needleworker. You know who Segata is?
I do not.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is either. Will the Western version be uncut? Question from K. Park. Sorry if I butchered that.
Uncut? Well, we haven't censored anything in the game, so...
Oh yeah, that's
it's as is.
Good to know. And then, are the sexy costumes also designed by Tony Taka?
I believe so, yes.
I think the answer is yes. Okay, someone asks a name I can't say, but chicken? Does that mean the waifus can be dragons too?
Only Yuma has the ability to turn into the Shining Dragon.
He's the special one.
Yes.
The chosen one, as it were.
But don't let that stop you from playing as the other characters as well.
Right.
They all have their strengths and weaknesses, so depending on the battle, certain characters would be more suited as your leader.
Okay, cool. So we took down the Manticore.
We took down the Manticore. So we'll bring up the quest log and see what we have got next. So we're supposed to fight Asgrim.
Okay.
I believe he's in another area. And these enemies get progressively harder, so Asgrim should be much more difficult than the Manticore was. This is Asgrim right here.
Will this be getting a simultaneous release on consoles and PC? So right now, the intention is yes, we're gonna do completely simultaneous. You know, obviously sometimes things change, but we'll keep you guys posted. Right now, we're targeting summer 2018. So we are just keeping on moving, working hard every day. Believe us, it's just an ongoing effort.
So we're gonna use a band session.
Oh yes, I want to watch this. Okay.
So there's this ability where you can team up and perform a song. So it'll help with buffs or debuffs, and depending on the person who's you're currently set as a leader, it'll change the different effects of each song. So currently we're going to use the Aura of the Sun Disc, which increases physical attack damage and prevents stumbling.
Ah, I love it.
So there's a meter on the left of the screen, and that's the BMP meter, which indicates how much time we have for the song to be active.
the BMP is short for Battle Performance Mana.
Correct. We managed to poison Asgrim here, so that should help with the fight.
Oh yeah, we're almost out of that BPM. So is Yuma the only one who doesn't play an instrument? He's actually like the conductor.
He's the conductor, I would say. But yeah, his weapon is a musical instrument.
Ah, this is a great question from Lady Dragon. Any husbandos in the game?
Well, you can date the male characters in the game as well. Personally, I prefer Agnum.
Agnum is a very fun person to take on a date.
Yeah, he's very entertaining.
Yeah, it's like I feel like they have the most like an easiest. Yuma seems to have the easiest time talking with Agnum.
Yeah,
it's
it's interesting. Yeah, he's not as naive when he's speaking with the girls.
Yeah.
So we killed Askrim. Now we have to kill the Flare Dragon, which is the last of the 3. This one might be tricky. So if you see here, there's an encampment with 3 NPCs. So basically the item seller and the tuner. And also we've got Alfreda. So she holds the grimoire, and this is where you can go into different dungeons and get items and such. It's just like totally separate from the main scenario of the game. And also you have the event album where you can watch previous scenes in the game.
Oh, cool.
So I'll buy a few items here and stock up.
I do love this character in particular because, you know, I don't know if you can notice, but she kind of has this little bit of a apathetic attitude, like, oh,
yes.
What do you want? And I switched it to Japanese just to see if it was the same, and she does have that same kind of tone.
Yeah.
So that's the really fun thing, too, about being able to switch between Japanese and English audio whenever you want. You can look out for little things like that.
Yeah, you can compare the 2 different localizations. Yeah.
Okay, TJ Gamer 10. Will Europe be getting the Draconic Edition? Yes. Yes, they will be. So the physical version, the launch edition, will be for EU as well as in the Americas.
I believe the Flare Dragon is here. And also another high-powered dragon might be here. Yes.
Ooh, good.
We should probably try and avoid this guy because I believe he's, level 66. We do not want to get near that one.
Wait, what level are we right now?
We're currently at level 35
okay.
across the board. Yeah, so things are a little tricky at the moment.
Just a bit tricky.
Just a lot of running around and avoiding enemies. Flare Dragon's at level 49, so it's a little more manageable. And this should be the last of the 3. Transform into the dragon here.
And for, can't pronounce, Humongous, we're looking at the PS4 version. Oh, yes. Thanks, Lauren. Can you confirm if the Switch version is 1080p and 60 FPS in docked mode? So we're working on some optimizations right now, just trying to keep things. We're just balancing, performance and obviously how it looks. So 1080p is confirmed. We're working on the FPS. Any significant differences between? Oh, sorry, I just read that. Switch versions, other versions. I don't think there's really anything.
The game should essentially be the same on all versions. Let's see here. Well, Despero here died, so. I'm trying to revive him. Yeah. And that's the cool thing is that you can bring up the menu and use your items and the game will pause, so you're not being attacked while you're using any of your consumables or anything like that. I have the burn effects, which slowly decreases my HP. So
sorry.
I should probably heal that with a water bottle. There we go. Go on.
Oh, I was going to say, so even though we're not at max for our BPM right now, we can still perform a song.
Correct. It'll just drain at a much higher rate since we're only at almost 2.
Oh, okay.
So as long as you have one level, you should be able to summon or perform a band. Let me do that now. Do different songs.
Ooh, can we make Kirika the center?
Yes, let's do that. First, we'll have to go into the menu and switch to Kirika as the party leader.
Okay, cool.
And depending on the party leader, the songs will also change for them. Change the center.
Oh yeah, let's see, how do we do that? Can we just change it in that menu?
So use a different song.
It's so sweet.
And you'll see it out other party will heal you. So Reno is over here healing you.
Oh, nice.
Defeated the flare dragon.
That is a beautiful dragon, by the way. Sad we had to take him down.
Yeah. So that should resolve the request. Let's go notify the client. So we can go back and tab.
Let's turn it in.
Turn it in. We can either warp back or run all the way back. So we can use the actual. We can actually use the the Marga stone.
The warping.
Yeah, it'll
fast
automatically warp us back to Marga. So I have to walk all the way back. Makes things a little easier.
Okay, I think we have a suggestion here from Jerry MP. We change it on the band options. Rebecca. Thanks, Rebecca. Oh yeah, so from what you guys are seeing so far, are there any waifus that are catching your attention, or ones that already look like your favorites? I'm really curious to know what you guys think. And then meanwhile, while you guys get your thoughts together, let's see, where will there be?
Team Sonia.
Oh, Sonia.
A lot of Sonia fans.
Oh, right. So developer question really quick. So O2, I think, is on the PC Steam version, and then MediaVision is on the console versions. Will there be any way to change character classes, such as making a magic user a melee fighter? This is from Alex.
All their roles are pretty much defined, so they all learn specific spells and whatnot.
They're kind of in that role.
Yeah.
That's what they. That's
so
what
they have their defined roles.
What would you say about this game to people who are new to the franchise? Yeah, I could probably take that one. So I would say that probably includes me too. This would be my first Shining game, and I would say it's really easy to get into. You can just jump right in. The environments are really beautiful. The weather effects are really cool. The characters are, like I said earlier, are just so stunning.
Yeah, they're very dynamic characters. They all have different personalities, so...
Yeah, I think combat is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Switching between, like, whichever character is your dominant and who you're in control of is pretty easy,
yeah.
So...
It's pretty seamless, too, so as you can see, we just launch into battle right away.
Oh, yeah. And can you show us how you do some of your special abilities, aside from just the main attack?
Yeah, if you hold the L1 button, it'll bring up the menu. So depending on what force ability you have customized for each button, that'll appear on here. So we can use the Rising Blade by using this If you notice that it did a break, which pretty much lowers the enemy's attack. So they're immobilized in a way, and so you can do higher damage to the enemy.
Nice. So you kind of stun them and then just wail on them.
So here's a little turtle. You can use different abilities here as well.
Oh yeah, and so some of these encounters that you have, you can kind of be an advantageous encounter. So that means you like catch them off guard.
Right. It's a preemptive attack, essentially.
Can you select quests and set a direction so you won't get lost? Is that like a waypoint tracker or something?
It's mainly for the main quest. However, for side quests, you'll have to find them on your own, pretty much, yeah.
Any chance we get into any cutscenes during the stream? I'd like to hear the characters speak with each other. I live for character interactions in my RPGs. Yeah, yeah, I think since you're the pro, where do you think we can see one of those? Or what's the closest one?
We can go to the main quest.
Okay.
But we're pretty far along in the game, so I'm not sure if we'd want to.
Oh, right. I think what we could do is we can try to pull up another
you can load up a different
save
earlier on in the game. Do that after this battle.
Oh, here's a really nice comment from, let's see. Oh, this is so nice. Jeffrey says, I hate to leave, loving the stream. As a fan, and for anyone wondering, the series is very unique, such as others like Phantasy Star or PSO. Nothing can replicate the feeling they deliver. Also, Melissa, you and Elwood, you two were awesome for the stream, very interactive with questions, giving details about the game. Surya, let's go. Y'all have been awesome. Take it easy. Much
Thank
love.
you.
Thanks so much,
very
Jeffrey.
nice of
That's
you.
super nice. Really appreciate that.
So we can load up a different save here.
Okay, here's another good question. Master Harris, is there any censorship, or is it uncensored? There's nothing censored.
There's nothing censored.
It is a teen game, so it
Yes,
was...
it is a teen game, but there's nothing we've omitted from the game, from the original, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. Let's see here.
I like how you can see the characters pop up and just little
Right.
comments about wherever you are.
Yeah, so occasionally characters will have little conversations on the bottom left of the screen. Also, sometimes we'll have little yes or no questions that you can answer as well.
Okay, so while we're here in town, let's see if we can pull up one of those cutscenes.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys. By the way, in case you have not seen yet, this is the launch edition that we were talking about a little bit earlier. So we're calling it the Draconic Launch Edition because dragons. And so if you pre-order on PS4, Xbox One, or Switch, you get a collectible metal slipcase. So just so you can see there's the Excella on the front side, and on the back side there's Kirika and Sonia. So it's really beautiful. I love the art so much, and yeah, I think I'm pretty jazzed about it. Okay, so I think now we're loading. Here we are, guys.
I don't think this is voice.
Oh,
though.
just kidding. But here's more of the game. Oh yes, so AZHP is correct. The PC version is going to be digital on Steam only. Jazzed about it, yeah.
So here we're talking with Elfrida, and she's discussing distortions and what they are.
Oh, okay. This will be a learning experience for me too.
So here's a little tutorial. Little tutorials will pop up throughout the game as you do certain things.
Elfrida is a wizard who keeps watch on the distortions in the world. Distortions can bring about many unusual things. The Grimoire can perceive these distortions as dungeons. Conquering a dungeon will correct the distortion. Dissonance await in the deepest part of these dungeons. Defeat these enemies to undo these distortions. I see, so you want us to help you.
So essentially these are side quests that you can do aside from the main quest of the game to help you, get stronger and get items and stuff.
And for fun.
Yeah, but they're not essential in clearing the game.
Is the dialogue voice acted? So there is English VO acting. There are different parts of the game. Some of the dialogue is just text, but yeah, there's an extreme attention to detail in the English VO that we do have for the localized version. Oh, so in regard to pre-orders, thank you guys for your patience so far. We're still in the process of getting our retailers set up. I think in EU, some of the links will be ready starting early next week. So just keep an eye out. We'll keep posting on social media and just let you guys know when those links are there for you. And as soon as we get those, we'll start adding those to our website. So that's shiningresonance.com.
So we just talked to Rena here. Every day you can go over and talk to her, and she'll give you a flower, which is essentially a material item that you can use for other things in the game.
Is there an option to increase the text speed?
Yes. As soon as I get done with this, we can show that. So we can go to the options menu. You can change this text speed to normal, fast, or instant.
Oh, okay. So instant would just pop out everything.
Up instantly, yeah. So we can do that. Let's see the settings. So if we talk to Rena, for example, so you'll see the text just instantly pops up.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk to your party members throughout the game, sometimes little vignettes like this will pop up. It just adds to the story and backstory of the characters.
Get to know them a little bit better. Cereza, fromage on and off. What does that do?
So fromage, as you know, is the battle navvy, and if you'd like, you can turn him off so he doesn't appear. I know some people may not like hearing him talk.
Yeah, I mean, or sometimes you do want those tips to be, popping up whenever you're trying to get the hang of the game, so he can be really useful. Or otherwise, if you're like, fromage, I already know, I know all of this stuff, I'm like, please just leave me alone, let me do my thing, then there's that option for you too.
Yeah, so if you don't think any of his information is helpful, you can just turn him off.
Yeah.
Completely ignore him. I prefer to have it on though, because I think he's a really cute character. And penguin.
I know, he's adorable.
I mean, he's a penguin with a conductor's wand.
Yes, he too is a conductor. I do have to admit, I saw the Kotobukiya figure of Rena.
Yeah, I believe she comes with fromage.
She comes with fromage, and so I had to.
It's a very interesting pose.
It is, but she's beautiful.
It is well made.
Shake what your mama gave you. So yeah, let's see, Rena. Sonia says, it's not weird at all, blah, blah. We can read through some of this since there's no VO here. So Yuma says, there's someone who cleans the ruin, but why? How do you know this, Sonia?
Yeah, a lot of these scenes are unvoiced, but there are many voice scenes along the game.
Yeah.
Particularly the main events that occur throughout the story. So a lot of the side stories are unvoiced.
Rena's kind of like, she's so... Would you say Rena's moe?
Oh, a little. She's a little ditzy. And she likes to tease Yuma a lot.
Oh, right.
Likes to flirt with him and just
gets
him all
flirts
flustered.
With him.
And a lot of it just goes over Yuma's head because he's kind of, naive.
Yeah, he's like a little shy.
He's not really well knowledgeable in the...
Yeah, he's like,
in the love department.
These ladies coming on to me?
And yeah, so by watching this vignette, you can get Rena's trait, Archaeologist.
Oh.
And you can set different traits for the characters. It'll change their battle tactics, basically.
Oh.
And, like, how they perform in battle.
Can you show us that a little bit, or how to change them?
Yeah, if you go into the menu, and go into the bond diagram, so you can change different traits.
Okay.
If you see the little icons between each character, will change their different affinities.
Oh, okay. And so, like, right now, with, let's say, what is Dragon Soul? So right now we've got, like, Agnum's got that red dot connected to Sonia.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's kind of like I wouldn't say a negative, but it's kind of like a rivalry. So they won't necessarily meld well together in battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Friendly rivals, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe they see the world a little bit differently. Aren't they cute, those chibi icons?
Yes, I love these icons. So yeah, you can change the different traits here. Yeah.
They've got the little happy eyes in some of those states.
Yeah. Yeah, so depending on the type, it'll change their icons. Let's continue with the story here. Let's see.
So Ryan's asking, Amazon says September 25th. Is that the official date? It is not. So we are targeting summer. But for now, sometimes retails just have to put a specific date on there just to, set up the page. So please just take those with a grain of salt. And we'll have more news on the official launch date once we get a little bit closer. Any benefits to playing on higher difficulty, such as more experience or higher item drops?
I believe it's just the difficulty. You don't get any...
Just more challenging?
Yeah. It's just that added challenge,
Oh, this question from Kevin. Do you have to have played other Shining games to understand this one?
Definitely not. I know I'm not really familiar with other Shining titles, so this was all new to me as well. But I managed to pick it up really quickly. You don't need any,
prior knowledge
of other games to play it. It's basically, you can just pick it up and play.
Yeah, I think each...
It's very player-friendly.
Right. Each Shining iteration has like their own set of characters, their own storyline, so you can come into this one completely fresh.
Yeah, it's a solely self-contained story, so you don't have to have knowledge of the other games in order to play it.
So this one about, is it a bit like Final Fantasy? I would say it's kind of like the newer Final Fantasies where you can just kind of run up to enemies.
More action-based, kind of like FF15 or something.
Right, exactly.
I would also liken it to a Tales game.
Mm-hmm.
Finally doing a training session with Agnan here. It's part of the main story.
Okay, cool.
So we're tasked with defeating this enemy.
So is Agnum basically like, hey, here's how I'm going to make you strong, Yuma, so we got to fight this guy in particular?
Right. Basically just...
Ooh, resonance. During combat, an ally may trigger an instance of resonance.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but little cut-ins of the characters' portraits will occasionally show up, and this is called the resonance.
A character who resonates will support the player in various ways. The way they support the player will change depending on the bond that is currently set. The stronger a character's bond is, the more likely they are to resonate. So yeah, so that little bond diagram that we saw earlier with the little chibi icons, and depending on whatever settings you have there, will affect how you kind of resonate with the other characters. And there's no true or bad ending in this. I think it's just the linear story.
Linear with added character endings if you choose to have those. Your waifu or husbando.
Yes. whoever you want to be with.
Whoever you want to be with.
Oh, maybe you know a little bit more about this question. So, Yuma's sword looks chipped and cracked. Is there a reason for that?
Not necessarily. It's just...
Is it an antique?
I would say, yeah. It's an antique.
It's a bit of an antique.
It's the style of the weapon.
That's the other thing too about the other harmonics that they have. So, and also our localization producer is tuned in as well, so he might be able to help answer a little bit more questions about the harmonics. But I think, if I remember the lore correctly, it's like the elves used to have this ancient language to communicate with the dragons, and they would also communicate through music. So basically, I do think that some of these instruments are kind of, they've been around a long time. And these Dragoneers, or like Yuma's friends, like they've kind of basically been chosen to be the next owners or wielders of these weapons. So I think it's really special that they have them. There's not like tons of harmonics floating around through the game. Like these are really special Dragoneers who can possess them and use them.
Yeah, it takes a certain type of character to wield an harmonic, basically. Not just anyone can use them.
Right, yeah, exactly. And yeah, so here's James chiming in. Yuma's sword, it's actually made from the horn of the Shining Dragon. So that's important. So like the Shining Dragon is the dragon that you have within you.
Right, this is the dragon that Yuma transforms into.
That's right. And he can even harness the power of the dragon through that sword.
Right.
So, thanks, James, for chiming in. Question from Zloy Deluya. I'm sorry, I butchered that one too. By the way, are there going to be options for Japanese audio? The answer is yes.
Yes.
So we can easily switch that.
Yeah, as we showed before. We can show it again, actually.
Yeah.
If you just bring up the menu.
Yeah, we can switch to Japanese for a little bit.
Switch to Japanese. We'll do that for a little while. So you can do it on the fly whenever you want, and it'll save it.
And that's it. Now we're in Japanese.
It's in Japanese. So if you hear any battle voices or anything, it should all be in Japanese.
Oh yeah, so earlier when we were seeing, so this is a question from Dreamcast Lover. You know how we saw Sonia kind of chime in about like, oh hey, like this place is so nice or whatever. And correct me, I think you said that there's sometimes when they'll have like a response that you can give to them.
Yes.
So you can actually engage with them in certain conversations.
Right, right.
Do any of those give you like affection points or kind of a closer affinity with that character?
There is an affinity system in the game, so it helps with the invitations at like dates, basically.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, those will slowly tick depending on your responses to the characters.
Aw, we have a comment from Aussie. He says, Elwood, the real waifu. He the best.
Thank you.
I have to agree. I think the text is only in English, though,
yes.
The localized version.
Only the audio is in Japanese, but the text is all in English.
Let's fight that guy. Let's fight him. So we can hear the Japanese combat. Oh yeah, so that Agnum popping up on the right, that's hitting some resonance, right?
Yes, that's a resonance. I'll do another battle here. So there you can hear the Japanese as Yuma summoning the Shining Dragon.
Ooh, a little bit of a tutorial on this guy.
Yes.
Shining Dragon can attack with circle and triangle. He also has a dash attack with X and a backstep attack with square. Actions with the Shining Dragon do not consume AP. Also, he strengthens the ability of the Dragoneers in battle with him. Dragoneers will consume less MP when using forces and will be more likely to activate resonances. However, the Shining Dragon MP will gradually deplete over time. You will also be unable to switch with characters or flee from battle. Hold L1 and press R1 to change from the Shining Dragon back to Yuma.
Yes.
If you try to perform an action with MPs too low or fully depleted, the Shining Dragon may go berserk.
Yeah, so you have to watch out for that.
Yes, keep an eye on your meter. The Shining Dragon will attack allies and foes indiscriminately when he's out of control. Use Dragon Shift appropriately, keeping track of your remaining MP. So yeah, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
Band and the Shining Dragon. So performing a band session while in dragon form will trigger special effects of the Shining Dragon in addition to the usual ones. During a band session, the Shining Dragon can break the enemy with attacks other than a break attack. Band sessions can also be used to calm the Shining Dragon when he's out of control. So right, if you go over your time of being the Shining Dragon without going crazy, you gotta like calm him down, like play him some nice soothing tunes and bring him back.
Actually do that.
Are the English unvoiced side events voiced in Japanese?
No. So everything that's voiced in Japanese is voiced in English. and everything that's not voiced is not voiced in English.
She's so beautiful.
Have you noticed Kirika's costume also changes? So certain characters' costumes will change depending on the song you perform, if they're the leader.
Oh yes, so that is a good point. The songs stay in Japanese. So the dialogue, that is English and Japanese, but the audio tracks are still in Japanese.
Yeah, all the songs that are performed in the game will remain in Japanese.
Oh, Sonia. Are there puzzles and hidden areas in the world?
Not necessarily puzzles, just like gathering points here and there.
Challenges,
yeah.
Enemies.
Nothing too complex.
Are the controls customizable in the console versions at all?
It's pretty much set.
Okay, so standard control scheme. Okay, question from Plastic Rhombus. Would you ever strategically go berserk as Shining Dragon as a last-ditch effort? I don't know. I feel like that actually might hurt you more than help you, because you can hurt your teammates if you're berserk.
Yeah.
So I'd say...
it's definitely a risk, but I mean, if you're going all out, you may as well try it as a last resort.
Yeah, you never know. Did those vocals kick in because Kirika was centered in the band? Question from Bangko Viako. Sorry about the question there. That one might be our last question. We're running a little bit low on time.
Oh, yeah.
I think the vocals, I don't know if they do change, but the visuals change. Like her costume changes, and she's like the leader of it. Oh, yeah. So if, we have like 4 minutes left. Yes, thank you for doing that. Okay, so now we're going to go to the cutscene?
Cutscene, yes.
Okay, here we go. Everybody ready?
Sounds like another group of Wellington Knights are locked in a standoff in the mountains to the east. We're worried the Empire might try to catch them in a pincer strike, but the Knights can't risk an immediate maneuver. So, I would have your team move in and strike before the enemy can finish their preparations.
I understand. Where is the enemy based?
The commander will brief you himself. Sir Lester, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course. Allow me.
Yes, here's Leston.
For this operation, I ask that you look to Sir Leston for further instructions. Good luck to you all.
Yes, Father. You can count on me.
By your leave, Your Majesty. Now, our circumstances are as follows.
Leston, my man! Long time no see.
Heck no!
Jeez, man. Cold as ice. Is that any way to greet an old buddy?
I was not summoned for my proficiency in greetings, Abby. I am here to conduct a war.
You two are the same as ever, huh? There's something weirdly comforting about it.
Ah, Sonia. You seem likewise unchanged.
Even humans can't change in just a couple months. Oh, but there is something I should mention. We have a new friend with us. Let me introduce you to Yuma. Yuma, this is Leston.
Nice to meet you.
Yuma. So, you're the one. You're the vessel of the Shining Dragon, then. I would speak plainly with you.
He's so
The
formal.
Shining Dragon's power is a double-edged sword. If wielded improperly, you could just as easily destroy the world as save it. Speak. Are you capable of controlling that power?
Oh,
Well, that hardly inspires confidence. Barely an answer at all.
He's got no patience.
Let me make myself clear. If you ever lose control of your power, I will kill you myself.
Ooh. Sent to chill.
You seem surprised. If you pose that much of a threat to your
Yeah, so this should give you an idea of Leston's personality.
Yeah, a little bit of the conflict there.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually, we're basically out of time now.
Yeah.
So just to say again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot. And here's the launch edition again. Pre-orders for the US have already kind of started. There's GameStop, there's Amazon, also the Canadian sites like Amazon Canada, VGP, and there should be more retailers coming soon. So like I said, we'll keep updating that on the website, shiningresonance.com. So I guess we will see you guys next time. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.